What's Moore College? I think
Moore College is a women's art school. It might be one of the only women's art schools in the country. Yeah. Moore College of Art. I had a friend that went there. So we're about to turn onto Benjamin Franklin Parkway. It's possible that the statue of Rocky is sort of right here on this level, on the level we're on right now, and it would be right over there. We'll go past. There's another one. One of my friends lives in the next one. But they're all the same age.
They kind of look like the Watergate complex.
It's it's a very nice museum.
Very nice. It's just general art, so
in the 30s. There's
Rocky.
Oh my God, there's two Rockies. But yeah, there's actually two statues right now for some reason. There's another one that was also there. And there's the William Penn statue on the top of City Hall. The Ritzes are like owned individually, and they vary. I'm not sure we have a great one. We have a great Four Seasons in case it ever comes up. We're heading towards City Hall. That's what City Hall is. Sure. It became obsolete looking very fast after it was built, and people wanted to demolish some crazy. I know that sounds exaggerated, but it's not. It's the and it would have taken like dynamite to blast it apart, and so
what's this?
That is I believe that's the. I don't know. I think it's the Franklin Institute, which is a famous science museum. It's a fun museum.
Are they so beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
It's almost like Paris.
It is like Paris. It's influenced by French architects.
Oh, yeah, because the way way it's done, it's not like a U.S. city. The way you're kind of meandering around the middle.
Very influenced by actual French people, not fake French people, like French people that lived here, French architects.
Oh, okay,
here. You know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because U.S. in general, you just walk straight. You don't go like this and this and that.
Well, we are in a grid, but this is an exception.
Yeah.
This is the Swan Fountain in honor of a public health doctor named Swan. And in the summer, children play in it. And I once met the person in charge of the fountains in Philadelphia. And she's like, yeah, we don't fight it. We just put a lot of chlorine in the water and make it happen. They just like, it's really actually cute to see kids like little, 4-year-olds or whatever. There's the love, or that's the Spanish love statue, Amor. We have another love statue, but that's the Amor one, which I think is really lovely. So we're just going to take a lap around City Hall, then we'll go to the good hotels here. We have some really good hotels there. I don't think that's one of them. I don't know.
Is that the Jewish embassy?
No, that's just the Jewish flag. That's just the Israeli flag that happens to be there, because all the flags go up and down. All right,
These huge car park.
It's not a car park, it's a park. Let's see the love statue over there.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, there is a car park underneath, yeah. I've never been there, it's just for city people.
The family court.
Look at the buildings.
Yeah.
Nice.
What did you say?
The what?
I mean the buildings.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we have a lot of the Alexander Calder, the artist. His grandfather made every single statue. Maybe I don't know if he made the William Penn statue. But he made every single statue. There's statues encrusting this building of all the different kinds of people that live in Pennsylvania. So Black people, Asian people, Native American people. There are just huge statues all over the building. You can get a tour of it.
See, now it's weird. It was like France before, and now it looks like New York.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This just looks like New York now.
yeah. Well, we're gonna go take a little lap around Rittenhouse Square, which is near the store, and which is also French. American Revolution and the money that was flooded in from France to the United States, which apparently bankrupted France, which I didn't know, and led to the French Revolution, which I didn't know until recently. All that money, it's shaped by a lot of enormous wealth and a lot of enormous poverty, and it's kind of weird amalgam that just the culture, the personality of the city is unique. It's not like a faded version of New York. It's quite different. Always using it for film sets. Not even that unique looking. It's just convenient, I think. So this is Rittenhouse Square. I think it's one of the original squares of Philadelphia.
This is very beautiful.
Yeah,
square.
it is. It's a beautiful square. I do miss the actual square.
This is a very old church here, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really nice church. And there's an azalea garden right behind the art museum. It looks like the azaleas are out. We could visit that. That might be really nice. So yeah, this is my old stomping grounds. I'll show you. Oops.
And look at the beautiful park.
Yes. Oh my God. Look at the flowers.
This was, I don't know if it's still is, but it was a library. First it was the library just for the building, and then it became a public library. I think it's still a public library, so it was nice to live right next to a library, which I now live like 2 blocks from a library. This building on the corner, this tall, kind of generic looking high rise is where I used to live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very
it's
convenient.
Nice. Very convenient.
Right across from the park.
And I would say it was really nice. It's really close to the train station, which we haven't seen. Somebody told me that it was an organization for Jewish people that didn't want to be identified as
Who
Jewish.
secretly sponsors it?
I don't know. I think it's a Jewish thing. I'm not sure though. It is about ethics. Like it is about. See, this is the azaleas. It's very pretty. Beautiful. It's a beautiful garden. It's there's a famous book called I think it's called The Death and Life of American Cities by Jane someone. It's one of the most famous books about civic life. It's a classic of that civic life. And this is the Curtis Institute. It's a famous free institute for what is actually Ling went there. Ling, yeah. Leonard Bernstein went there. This is a really good French restaurant called Le Parc, which I just went to recently and enjoyed. This is Rouge, another good French restaurant. See, French is the theme. This is a famous.
Enjoying the tour?
Yes, thank you so much. I enjoy.
It is a beautiful city. It's really like this. See this mural here? Do you see the reflection? See the mural in the against the wall?
I can't see. I'm just looking at $2.93 for gas.
So look at the wall. Look at the. And they painted it into a mural because it doesn't exist anymore, except in the mural. I'm pretty sure I have the right street. Sometimes I mix it up with 24th. Just kind of like hope you make it. I'm going to be crossing the street. Hope my 4-year-old makes it behind me. Maybe you won't. You know, instead of like, you know, hurting the child, which is like what most people would do. A lot of men just, it's a cultural thing. It's not like, it's just the way they weren't raised. I'm sure other cultures don't do this, but in the United States, this is the Mutter Museum. It's a famous museum of body parts. Originally, it was a teaching museum for medical students because I told you, remember, this is a major medical, in the history of the United States, Philadelphia was a major thing for the birth of medicine in the United States. And it now has a very strange museum, which is hard to describe.
That is strange. It sounds strange.
I can't make myself go through it, but it's very famous. It used to have a bizarre and funny calendar, which they don't make anymore, which is too bad. Because if you run that kind of museum, you kind of have to have a sense of humor, and the people that run it don't. But they used to. Right now in the western part of the city, and there's another river right here. You can't see it, and when you pop over the river, you're in West Philadelphia, which is where I used to live. And that's where Penn is, Drexel.
I mean, the corn looks really beautiful. I was really happy. No, I didn't even ask him where it's from. I said, "Where's the bag?" He said, "There's no bag right there." And then and then by the way, these corn are from Florida, and in 2 weeks they'll be from. I'm like, oh my God, I really need to be going.
Maybe he's new. But
I'll be very sad.
That's our
Arlyn's Catholic.
Cathedral. Yeah,
that's my church.
Yeah, there you go. That's our cathedral in Philadelphia. So what do you think? The Polish flag, maybe. And then maybe that's the Turkish flag. I don't know. This one looks familiar. Yeah, I think it's Poland.
Arlyn, I totally forgot. Sorry, I'm always thinking about food. We said it looks like there's a festival going on. Is that where the thing is? No.
It will be a little bit back there. I think there's usually something else. This is an ice rink in the winter, and then they have different things here in the good weather. That's actually an art exhibit. That thing. That's just a piece of art.
Oh,
I believe. I'm not sure.
it's hard to tell.
It is hard. Yep. Okay, so here on the right, this is where your sister stayed.
Yeah, the Ritz.
A square thing, a square block. It's a famous building. The Wanamaker building was a department store. It has just gone out of business.
So it's not a department store.
Not anymore. It had the biggest organ in the United States. It has the biggest organ in the United States.
And nobody's taking over.
No, it's totally empty. It's a massive. First of all, you can't fill it. It's so big. You know what I mean? Like the beautiful old building from a really long time ago. I can't remember. And I believe it housed the trains. I think it's the train where the trains were housed. And yeah, that's right. Now it's a convention center. It's actually a really nice convention center. Philadelphia has nice convention facilities. A lot of different ones. These are, we're gonna kind of bounce trouble. And Jefferson is just like a block that way. It's a huge network which I used to work for, a huge network of medical facilities. It's number 2 in the city to Penn.
Yeah, I saw that just coming out of the airport.
Yeah. And so there's trading posts and stuff along that river. And then gradually it became a city. It was kind of, I went on a tour once with somebody. No, Ben, God, I can't remember. George Washington used to live there.
So much going on.
Yeah, this is it's very nice. I used to thought it was tacky, very wet, but it's quite nice. You can actually check that out also. I don't know why there's a big fence
there.
there.
The ICE protest is the National Day of Prayer.
Yeah.
So
there may be a reason. That's probably the reason why. They don't look like there's very many of them, and they don't look like they're local. I'll just say that. This is the Jewish Museum. It's big, it's mediocre, and the good thing about the thing is it exists, and so in the future it can have better exhibits. Once you build the building, you can work. You know, I mean, the big project is getting the building going, so they got the building. So I'm hopeful because I think Jewish history is really interesting and fun to learn about. So I I hope it improves. We had a horrible African American museum, same thing.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
there's just one in San Francisco downtown, but
Yeah.
it's getting a lot of visitors.
Yeah, but you know, I've heard that Philadelphia. I don't understand why. I mean, I think you would take you take a carriage and somebody else would be driving it, and then you go to an inn.
Because they're
and
taking
then
a
you'd
whole
s-
entourage of people.
Yeah, and then you go to an inn and you'd
Right?
sleep over.
$10. What can you buy?
Here's a good theater. I can't really see where it is. It's around the corner. So, Thomas Bond House. It's a good movie theater. This is a tavern which closed recently. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but you could go and eat traditional colonial food, and the food was good. Like they took it very seriously. It was really good. I think they'll do something else with it. These were buildings designed by I.M. Pei, like the village. So this is again people's houses and in courtyards all over this. This area specifically is full of secret courtyards, full of beautiful gardens and stuff. This is often behind the houses, and it's like kind of accessible. Like you could live here, you know, in various permutations. It's not impossible to live here. Pleasant to live here as it looks. It's very nice to live here. It's very pleasant to live in Philly. Like the actual daily experience is very nice. It's very chill. It's friendly. There's stuff to do. There's great places to eat. Like great museums.
How cold does it get?
It does get cold. It gets into the 30s.
Does it snow?
It's empty right now. It's mostly there's a farmer's market here on Sundays.
Something's going on. There's nobody anywhere.
I know. I don't
Is
know.
this how it is?
No, it's not.
Are we the only ones alive?
I don't
Is something
know.
going on?
I don't know. Something must be going on. Is it a religious holiday for those people that were not paying attention? I don't understand.
They say do not enter here.
And I'm not entering it. Oh, you know what?
You are.
I am. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna do a U-turn, but it still looks explaining it very well. Like it doesn't look experimental, like that's not experimental, but it's like cutting edge good restaurants are here. A lot of them are in Fishtown, which is right next to my house. The neighborhood that's right adjacent to my house, as I like to think of it.
So you said that's a restaurant.
Oh yeah, that is a restaurant. That is it's not a good restaurant, but it is a restaurant.
It's like a touristy.
It's a touristy place. I mean, I think the trick is you just go there for appetizers and a drink or something. You know, like you can enjoy it. You don't have to get spaghetti there or something. I actually like big dogs and I've grown to like small dogs, but you need to have a lot. If you're like a single person, having a dog means you can never go anywhere when you're with a full hour. And I just don't like for me, whereas a cat, I can go for 2 days somewhere or something, or I can get a cat sitter to come in for 20 minutes. So now we're right along the river. This is the river where the Indians lived.
So you have the Hilton just here.
Yeah.
There's not much around, right?
Yeah. It's cut off by this highway. You see the street is cut off. We could be walking here and looking at a beautiful view, but we have bad city planning. Other cities you can. Our city you can't. So they're going to build an overlap here too. This construction is actually in the effort to build a connection between the two pieces of land, so people can get to the water and they can do water stuff. Which right now you can't easily do.
So you see this one is the Benjamin Franklin Bridge?
I believe so. I'm terrible at my bridges and I really know I never cross it. I guess I believe so. It's either that or the Betsy Ross Bridge. I believe it's Benjamin Franklin. It's so bad. Anyway. Penn's Landing. It's because it's called Penn's Landing because that is literally the piece of land where he made the treaty with the Indians. It's a big piece of land. We're going to go down to the park where supposedly it really happened. But I think it did happen. Like, there was so much documentation in the moment and in real time of it. It was a big deal in its day. that I feel pretty confident that it did happen on this piece of land that I'm going to show you when it is said to have happened. These are different piers that vary. Some are good, some are not good. Dave & Buster's is a colossally large sports bar, like 1 million rooms in it. I've only been once, and it was actually fine. I thought I was going to hate it. It was fine. It was interesting. I would. Until the 1930s and 40s, there was like fishing up and down. Like this was a fishing area.
Is it contaminated
It is
now?
contaminated, yes, but people do fish, and there are efforts to get it to be clean again. It's a major shipping channel, though, so I don't know.
I've never been inside. I heard it's just like a Whole Foods.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
But
good.
better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you might
Oh, yeah, my God, this is so close to my head. You'll see how close, like 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
Ah, see, this is. Whoa, see another big driver in front of me. Yeah, I do feel like it's going to solve itself. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but it's just feeling like it's.
So Sprouts is near?
Yeah,
Okay.
brand new.
So you might be.
On the edge of the river, which is. I didn't pick the edge of the river, would not have been where I wanted them to be, but it's better than the middle of all these historic sites in Philadelphia. I don't know how long it's going to last because you can now do gambling on your phone. But, and then it's right next to the park, which is a beautiful park in my opinion, which is the Penn's Landing Park, which is where the actual.
I think people still likes the in-person motion and the free drinks and stuff.
That's a good point. That's a good point, yeah.
So much for taking us around.
Sorry, this is not the most
beautiful,
organized trip.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we've seen so much
Look at
already.
the trees.
I feel like I'm drunk talking, but